Welcome everybody to this very important occasion. As we are going live now, we're going to discuss more on global warming. This is one of the world's most rising problem, and most people always ask what global warming is all about. Global warming is simply the rise of temperature in the globe due to high high temperatures and high cause population, rate of growth, and the others. So global warming occurs in different parts of the world. Different parts of the world. The issue is what is causing global warming. First of all, the globe is suffering from what we call artificial desertification. Artificial desertification comes about as a result of temperatures being high due to cutting of trees. Temperatures really go high because of high levels of constructions that we have. See, artificial desertification occurs as we construct most roads. We find we construct a lot of roads, and those roads create what we call a desert. We build towns and cities. Those cities also contribute as a desert. Now you see the level of desertification that we are creating artificial. It is very high, very high level of desertification that we are creating. And that desertification is the one that is causing global warming. You see, when you go to the urban area, you find that a whole place, almost look at the city, the whole place is covered with iron sheets. If you go on top, like you have an aerial survey, you really see on top of the city that the whole of that area is covered by iron sheets. So that is artificial desert created. That artificial desert created makes temperatures when the, the sun rays there is no control. Control of temperatures comes about as there are green plants. When you see green plants, then you know that the temperature can be controlled because they are the first observers of the high temperatures. They're the one that observe that heat. They use that heat to make their own food and they release out oxygen. Now the oxygen that they release out is very much important. That helps to cool the atmosphere. Now global warming now comes as a result of those temperatures not being cooled by the forests, by the green plants, and other living organisms that are expected to exist in such an area. So what happens if we continue with our habits of construction, continue with our habits of building, our habits of cutting forests, our habits of burning fuels? We expect the globe to be very warm. We expect the globe to be very warm. So as we are moving on, we should know how to limit our habits of cutting forests. Imagine a country is constructing So that is the problem that we have in the globe. Too much temperature is affecting us. The globe is warming. The globe is really, you see, even the forest coverage is reducing. You no longer find big trees that used to exist. A tree big like 15 meters wide. You rarely find such trees nowadays. Yet those trees help in reducing an ecosystem breathing type of living. So you as a human being, you have to be very keen as you're cutting your trees, as you're mm, trimming them, as you putting your agricultural, working on agricultural sector, doing a lot of constructions around. You have to be very keen on the environment that you're investing in, because it is us humans who are supposed to preserve the environment, because the environment is like a cycle. It is cycle. Something must do something in order to save something, so that something will live on something. That is how the environment is. But if you cut trees, then we shall lack oxygen as humans. And if humans die, then the green plants will lack carbon dioxide. See that? So something must be done for something, so that something must survive on something. That's the first global thing that people must know. And as we go on, the world focuses more on industrialization. So the industrialization part of it brings a lot of carbon emission. So the carbon emission increases the temperature of the atmosphere. So what happens in the atmosphere is that there is no specific scientific researched principle that will be able to reduce the emissions that is given outside the atmosphere. It is not there. So what happens? We only emit the carbon dioxide, we emit the emissions, but we are not able to reduce them. We don't have the science to reduce them. That's why global warming is okay. So the increase in the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere increases the temperature of the atmosphere. So how are you going to reduce now the temperature of the atmosphere? You have to look at what makes the temperature of the atmosphere to be cool. What are these? These are plants, trees that we talk about, forests. These are things that absorb the carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide that comes from from the industries, the motorcycles, the vehicles that we have. So as we are going for that emission, such missions are done. A lot of missions need to be done in order to save the globe. Okay. Sorry for the interference. This is a network problem that is going to make us a bit slow, but we shall make the network very good later on. But I think I'm trying to look for the right place to have that thing really made well. Um, thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. We're now going to move well. Um, So we're talking about this the emissions which happen in the globe. Can you care, eh? So let's say there's another thing that we need to focus much on: artificial desertification. Artificial desertification, we said, it is how we use the technology to, to cut the green plants. So we create artificial deserts. Last time I talked of cities, towns are growing, roads are constructed everywhere. Everywhere in the globe, road is construction everywhere. Tarmac road, Maram roads. But you see that the living organism, the living vegetation which used to be on those roads has been cut off. Yet we are increasing the emission in the industries. See that? We are increasing the emissions in the industries, but we are cutting down the what? The forests. So as we cut down the forest, we are increasing the emissions from the industries. So what happens? We expect the globe to warm because what is supposed to cool the globe as is continuously being cut off. Continuously being cut off. So for the globe to be warm, we need to balancing the forest cover and the artificial constructions that we have. The second thing is use of iron sheets. Iron sheets are reflectors of um, of light. Most of them reflect light, and most of it all they become warm as time goes on. When the sun hits the iron sheet, it becomes warm, and that warm object is able to emit radiations into atmosphere. So what happens? We need to change the technology from use of the iron sheets to the technology of use of concrete or asbestos concrete roofs. At least a concrete roof, most concrete absorb the light, they absorb the heat. But if we use iron sheets continuously, you will find that the roofs keep on warming. And when the roofs warm, the emissions made mostly are able to, to heat the globe. Now, when the globe is heated, what happens? The cold areas of the globe, the Arctic areas, the ice will be melting. See, the ice will be melting slowly, slowly. And as the ice are melting, the water will be poured in the oceans. And what happens? The ocean level will increase. See that? The water in the oceans will increase. The water in the lakes will increase because they have the channels where those water move. Now the increase of water in the lakes, in the oceans, causes what we call flooding. See that? Flooding now occurs in those areas near the oceans. When flood occurs in areas near the oceans, we expect the life of the people who are living near the oceans, the lakes, the rivers. Their life is going to change in the way that they will not be able to live there. And remember, if water is in excess in a certain place, we expect diseases related to water to occur. See diarrhea, increase of malaria because mosquitoes will be there. You look at the bilharzia because the snails will be there. You look at the wild animals which are living in the oceans. they will also have access to come out because their environment has been affected. See that? So life within the ocean, within the lakes and the rivers will completely be changed. So even human beings will be not be able to live within such areas because the waters, the water level might have even affected their houses where they live. The transport system around the lakes will change because if maybe the ferry or the boats, the places where boats are supposed to land is construction in a certain place, the water has increased. Such areas will be covered. See that? Such areas, when they get covered, the transport system there will be affected. Even how to deliver goods to such people will be very difficult. You should expect a lot of thing we are on again. I think there's a lot of network problem that the broadcast might not be all that very good. But thank you for your patience. Thank you for your being there for all the time. I think it's going to stabilize a bit. But that is goes to stabilize. We're talking about the risks associated with the increase of temperature in the globe. So such risks, we talked about floods, we talked about transportation system, we talked about the health system, how it affects the health system. Most think our network is coming back. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. Continue being patient.